Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In the last one, we set up some character movement, some very basic stuff. And in this one, we are going to start adding our content packs to the game. There is only one, or technically two, I suppose, whichever way you look at it. So let's go ahead and head into the Epic Games Store under the Unreal Engine. And let's move from our library tab over to the marketplace. Dun, da, da, da. Okay, and then under search products, you want to type in military weapons silver. You should see this military weapons silver pack. I believe this particular maker has a couple futuristic ones and like a military weapon black or like a different kind, but the silver is the one that has the necessary weapons that we're going to be using. You can feel free to use some different ones, but just know you gotta use them at your own risk. If you want to stay true to knowing what works, I would just use this. But you know, you can do whatever you want. It's up to you. So in this military weapons silver pack, what we're going to do is we're going to add to project, and you'll notice that it doesn't say there's any compatible ones. But rest assured, we will work around this. So if you click on this, I'm able to call it a button, and you'll show all projects. Go ahead and navigate to our FPS class project or whatever you named it. And it'll say that it's not compatible with 4.26, but it is, I assure you, because technically you saw in the demonstration that it was. So let's go ahead and select on 4.21, which is the last engine version that it was compatible with. The engine versions don't change that much to the point where it will really screw up the weapons. They still work in 4.26, even though they're like not technically compatible or whatever. So go ahead and select that and then add to project. And if you look over here, it will add it to the project, and it worked just fine. So that works. The other thing we want to do is head over to the Learn tab, which I honestly did not know existed till after like a year of using Unreal. And the Learn tab has a whole bunch of these really cool demos and different games, like an RPG and vehicle game and some art, landscapes, and just some cool stuff here. You're going to want to select on shooter game right here. Now this one cannot be added to a project. It is its own file, so you will need to create a project and install it somewhere on your computer. Rest assured, whenever we're done with this video, you can just delete it. We only need a couple of folders from there, so go ahead and create that project. Now I went ahead and took the liberty of actually opening this project up. This is not something that you have to do by any means, but this is a pretty cool project to look around and have some fun in. We're going to be using some of the assets from here, but not all of them. So a couple of different things that you can do at this point. If you click on content, right click, and say show in Explorer, your Windows Explorer, I don't want to call it Internet Explorer, I don't even know what the heck called, your folders, okay, will open up in this content browser, and you'll see how these folders correlate with these folders, and that's what we want. You can do it that way, or in the Epic Games Launcher, you'll see Shooter Game will show up under My Projects. You right click on that. You can show in the folder that way, and then you just click underneath Content, and then it's the same exact thing. What we want to do is we want to grab Animations, hold down Control, Characters, Effects, and what was the other one? Sounds. Okay. Right click and hit copy. Now, if both these projects, the shooter game and the one that we created, are in the same folder like they are for me, which is right here, you can go ahead and just go underneath content and just paste them right there. But if you have an issue finding where that is, you just go to your project, same thing, content, show and explore, and there it is. And then I'm going to right click and hit paste, and you'll see how they're showing up right there. Now this might take a little bit of a second, but I'm going to actually make a new folder, and we're going to call this shooter game. And I want to take those animations, characters, effects, and sounds. Probably should have done this the other way around, but here we are. I'm going to drag this into shooter game. That might take a bit of a second to do. Oh, wow, it did instantaneously. If you do that within the engine, it'll probably take a second. But if you do it within the File Explorer, it's like, bam, instant. The only reason I did that is just so these things are nice and organized. You might notice that these, oh, they did create copies. that'll probably go away, quite honestly, because if I go underneath content, see how it's not there. So this probably just needs to be refreshed. If I close this down, open it back up, it'll be fine. Okay, so that's all we wanted to do in this video. We've added our content packs. Actually, the last thing we need to do, go to add import, go to add feature content pack, and then we're gonna need to grab the third person blueprint feature because we need the mannequin man. Literally the only thing that we need. Adding this one might screw with our input mappings a little bit, but we can always just close them down. We'll have to see. So let's just add this to the project, and then there that shows up. Please tell me this still works. It does. Oh, thank goodness gracious. Because I think if you go into, it might have added, yeah, so it added some of their other inputs, which is not what we want. So you just get rid of them. But yeah, it all works. It's all good. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.